Hi, everyone. We are live. I did decide to start just a little bit early. So that way, if everyone wants to come in, they'll be able to do that. And we're going to be getting started here in about 3 minutes. So if you don't have something to drink, then definitely go and grab one. I have my eye is watering. I have my sugar-free sweet tea. Actually, it's not even sugar-free. It's a long story, but I have my tea, and I'm actually really excited about what we're going to be talking about today. I really, really am. Right now, I'm just sharing this out on Facebook, and we're going to be getting started really, really quickly. I've been eagerly anticipating this video that we're going to be talking about. Really, I am, because I watch YouTube myself, and I see so many of these extreme cleaning videos, the cleaning marathon videos, and it's just one of those things where I know that it's completely detrimental to how I was cleaning because I was doing the same thing. So we are going to be talking about that. All right. So if you're just coming in, make sure that you say a big hello to me here in chat because I would love to say hello to you. And yeah, it's going to be fun. We're also going to be decluttering underneath our bathroom sink today as well. And it's a little bit dark, so I may have to open up my blinds just a little bit. Hey there, Elf. Let me go and open up my blinds, and we will be right back. So hold on. I am so sorry about that, but hey, I look a little bit better. Not a lot, but maybe just a little bit. Get in my comfy chair spot. I don't know why my eye is watering, but it'll be all right. I was wearing my glasses before I put on my contacts, and so that's where my glasses are. So come on in, come on in. And I am also going to be sharing this in um, in the Happy Housewives Facebook group. So if you are not a part of that, go ahead and just do a search for it and you'll find the group. I'll go ahead and turn that off. And I need to make sure I turn off my sound because I always get these notifications and I don't want you guys to hear them because they're loud. All right. Getting some more of my tea. Come on in, come on in. I wanted to actually do a PowerPoint presentation, which I have. I have one, but there was some minor technical difficulties. So I will be working that out. What time is it where you are? Right now, it is 11:30 in the morning. I'm in Central Texas. And I know that I do have some folks that watch from overseas. There's two more. They'll be in here as well. And so a lot of the morning routine stuff that I plan on doing, I will probably have to record in advance for you. Hi, Sharina. Hey, it's the first time you get to see me live. Whoop, whoop. I'm excited. Well, today we're going to be talking about extreme cleaning, the cleaning marathons. We're going to be talking about those, why they're actually detrimental to keeping your house clean, and about routines and how that's actually going to help you maintain a peaceful home. Even if you work outside the home, it's still stuff that we can do. But we're also going to be decluttering under our bathroom sink as well. And I made sure to go and get my tissues because whenever I get hot, my nose runs. All right. Um, if you have not started a load of laundry, then go ahead and do that. Um, After we're done here, we're going to move it over to the dryer. If you've already done one for today, good job. I'm very, very proud of you. Um, but yes, it's going to be fun. And if you are here, make sure you say hello to me in the chat so I can make sure to say hello back to you. So if you guys are subscribed already to the channel, but you don't get notifications, hi Maria, right on time. If you are not subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you actually do know when I get another video out. And if you're not receiving any notifications when those videos come out, there's a little bell icon right next to it. And that way you'll actually get a notification saying that, hey, she's live. So that way you can join in the fun with us. So yes, make sure you go and you start that laundry, because if you start it, we're just going to move along with it. And by the time we're done, we'll be moving it over to the dryer. So I am here in my office. I am not sitting at my desk, not yet. So there was a little snafu with getting it up. That will be happening this weekend. Really excited about that. And then you could start to see some transformations in there. I wanted to go and take this Friday to really address some things I'm noticing in some of the Facebook groups for Fly Lady. I've noticed it in just general conversations that we've had here while we've been live, and some other places that I've seen it. Like I've seen comments of other YouTube channels. So I really kind of want to address that. Um, I want to talk about getting overwhelmed, because it is so easy for us to get overwhelmed with everything we have going on in our lives. And now we're going to talk about cleaning. Like, who would have thought that you'd be sitting here watching someone talk about cleaning their home? Well, it's because you're probably tired of doing the marathon cleaning. So, I do want to talk about what that is. If you've already moved your clothes into the washer, let's go and head into the bathroom. This isn't going to be a guided decluttering. We're going to do it in a few steps. You want to take everything out from underneath the bathroom sink. Again, like we've done before, you really want to go and take the things that are empty, the things you're not going to use, or maybe they have another home, and separate them. Then after you have everything separated, you're going to go ahead and put what you want back underneath the bathroom sink and deal with everything that's left. So that's going to be the steps that you're going to take. And while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and talk to you. So just kind of test running a podcast kind of situation here with you, where you clean. I'll go and I'll guide you if I'm not cleaning myself, and we'll go from there. So I want to go and talk about why we marathon clean. So marathon cleaning, extreme cleaning. So we do this for a few reasons. What we'll do, and no, I'm going to start from the beginning and tell my story. So as I've mentioned here on my channel before, when I first found the Fly Lady system, I had and I still have a very, very picky mother-in-law. I'm choosing my words wisely. I mean, I don't really care, honestly. I'm 40 something. I don't really care. But she would always come to my house and remark how messy it was, how dirty it was. That's okay, Sharina. That's perfectly fine. If you just want to go ahead and start with underneath the kitchen sink, the bathroom sink, that's cool. So, what I would do is, I didn't know what else to do. I was pregnant, not feeling that well. I did my best, but it was never good enough. I rented And actually, I just recently bought this house that I'm in now. So I rented for quite a while because we weren't really sure where we were going to live. So with that, you have like quarterly inspections. Good job, Maria. Maria is done with her morning routine. And did you make your bed, Maria? Because I know that was a thing. So definitely give Maria a big congratulations, and we're happy for you inside of the chat. Um, so I had these quarterly inspections where they would come. Thank you, Susie. Where they would come in with, just to check and make sure that we haven't destroyed the place, or to change out the filters, things like that. So what they've done is they've now put pressure on me, and I have a new house. I have a new house. I'm in a new house. Um, so with that, we would race around the house, and it would be a huge marathon clean where we would make sure that, I mean, it's a deep clean. We would hide things. So I guess not a real deep clean, but we would make it as presentable as possible. And this would be all day. That's all I really have to say about that. Right? So, if that's the kind of situation that you've been in, I feel your pain. Um, Another time would be where I would try to do all of my cleaning on the weekend because I work during the day. I work during the week. So by the time I got home, I'm exhausted. So I would try to get it all done the best I could on the weekend. So when I talk to you, my weekend warriors, I understand. I really do understand, and I feel your pain because I've been there as well. So these are some of the reasons why we'll try to do an extreme clean, a marathon clean, and honey, it's not cool. If you actually know me in real life, I try to be here as open and honest with you as possible, and this is me. I'm gonna give it to you honest. I'm gonna give it to you with no sugarcoating at all, and I'm not gonna BS. Extreme cleaning, doing that marathon cleaning is killing you, and it's killing your will to live. And you know what I mean. And I'm exaggerating that a little bit, but not gonna blow my nose. Just wiping it. Like I said, whenever I get hot and I start getting excited and stuff, my nose runs. So that that cycle. Ugh. All right, so let's talk about after you extreme clean. So you've put in all this work, all this hard work, and you're so dead tired when you're done. Does that sound familiar? If it does, let me know in the chat if this whole thing sounds familiar to you. Awesome, Maria. She said the thing with the bell, how I told you to hit the bell to get notified, she said it is functioning. So awesome. So after you get tired, you don't feel like cleaning anything. And then everything starts to pile up again. So you're in basically the same situation that you were in before. Sharina says she works Monday through Friday and she's still working on developing my morning and evening routines. I don't want to have to face all of the cleaning on the weekends. Sharina, I'm with you. And we're going to be talking about how you don't have to do that. And you said you're developing your morning and evening routines, and that's cool. So we're going to be talking about that and how you can kind of get a lot of what you need to do done during the week and maybe not as much on the weekends. Adjusting myself, sorry. All right. So we get tired. We don't feel like cleaning anything. Hey, Margaret, you're good. So we don't really feel like cleaning anything. We just kind of let it go. And some of you may be coming in because you searched up the phrase extreme cleaning because you want cleaning motivation, and you're going to get it, I promise. It's just not going to be the extreme cleaning that you're looking for. So I want to come out before we go any further, and I do want to say, and I'm probably doing it to my detriment, but if you're here because you want a whole house clean right now in the span of an hour, you're not going to get it from me. You're probably not going to get it on my channel. This is something I don't believe in because I've done it and I burnt myself out. I became overwhelmed, depressed, you name it. These are all the things that I've dealt with. So, how do we get out of that cycle? So, one of the things that we can do to get out of that cycle is first we need to build good routines. Now, routines are not bad. Routines are not mundane. In fact, routines are habits. And I know there's a lot of buzz going around about healthy habits and building habits. Um, some people believe that it gets boring and so they're going to fall off the wagon. And you know what? If you do, that's okay. Jump back in. Um, what I'm talking about today, I don't want you to think this is some kind of weird cult or anything else like that because it's not it. Um, so I found Fly Lady, and like I said, I've said this story before, but I found Fly Lady when I was trying to get my act together. Basically, I was trying to please my mother-in-law by making sure the house was spotless. And to me, that said, I have to be the perfect housewife. So it, I found there is no such thing. There's not. Um, there's not going to be one cleaning system out there for you that is going to be perfect for you. So, everything I'm talking about now going forward, I want you to know that you can actually modify these to fit your house, to fit your lifestyle. Um, so, there's a few people here in the chat right now that don't have a washer and dryer in their home. That's cool. That's perfectly fine. Or maybe it's like all the way downstairs. Someone actually said that they called it a dungeon. So it's it's fine. So doing that load a day, that may be something that you may not be able to do. Once you finally get caught up on your laundry, I don't do a load of laundry a day. I do not. Only because I don't have to anymore. Um, my daughter just texted me. She's like, "Hey, I need you up here." So, um, we want to build some habits. And I want to talk about the habits that are going to make your life run smoothly. And these are just maintenance. Um, this is not going to be a deep cleaner or a cluttering that we're going to maintain our habits. So, one of the things that really got I will say, the number one habit that I developed that changed my whole outlook on everything. Um, it was shining my sink. So I know that's not for everyone, but it definitely helped me. So what I did, I just started shining my sink. Even if I took all the dishes out and I put them on the counter, I started to shine my sink. And then the next day, I just did some dishes. I loaded, unloaded, and then that night I loaded. And that's kind of what started it. So I would shine my sink in the evening, and then I'd put my dishes inside of the dishwasher and run it overnight. So that way, now in the morning, I am unloading my dishwasher. I know not everyone has a dishwasher, and you know what? That's okay too. That's all right too. Um, so there's someone that I watch on YouTube, and now, of course, for the life of me, I don't know who it is. Um, but she doesn't have a dishwasher, or no, I think she does, but I don't think she likes to use it often, something like that. So she'll hand wash her dishes and she'll have them drying in a dish drying rack. So she'll go and she'll do her dishes and she'll put them in the dish drying rack overnight so that they'll dry. That's basically what is going on with the dishwasher. So then after that, she'll actually shine her sink. I know not everyone has a stainless steel sink. Some of you have the farmhouse sinks. Some I know someone here, don't remember whom. It could have been someone on Instagram. They have a brown sink, and that's okay. Making your sink shining is just keeping it clean. Dry it out. So that is all that you really have to do when it comes to shining your sink. It's not like it's this huge ordeal. It's not. Susie here says she has a dishwasher, but she doesn't use it. It's old and smells. We wash by hand. So she's looking forward to getting a whole new set soon. That's awesome. Good for you. My At my last house, my dishwasher stunk and I hated it. I I didn't really want to use it myself. It wasn't my house, but we did go and tell the landlord, and nothing really came of that. Sounds familiar. The marathon cleaning or whole cleaning on the weekend. It's horrible. The next days, I refuse to do anything. I agree, Maria. And when you do that, then because now you have a few days of built up stuff. Now, I mean, it's just going to continue on. So, like I said, for me, the dishes, doing those dishes was a game changer for me because that's like the one thing I hate doing. I hate doing. Sorry, my daughter. Sorry. Okay. So, um, some of the other habits that you're going to build, I say take it or leave it. For me, there's days that I will put on my shoes. I do have special inside shoes. There's days that I put on my shoes, and there's days that I don't. Right now, I am not wearing shoes. I am wearing, okay, so it's like those socks that you get over the holidays that are kind of like fuzzy and stuff. I'm wearing those right now. Um, I do try to get dressed, even if it is just a shirt and some leggings. I'm getting dressed every day. So for me, I found that it was motivating for me to get dressed, and I also find it motivating for myself to take a shower. So what you do is going to be up to you. If you are a shower in the evening, that's cool. Shower in the evening, but it's figuring out what motivates you. That's what that getting dressed to shoes is. Now, the good thing about getting dressed is that when you do get dressed and there's something like maybe the kid calls you or the school calls you because your child is sick, you can race out right now. If God forbid something happens with your house and it's starting on fire and you have to quickly exit, at least you're not looking all crazy, right? Um, I know at that point in time you really don't care, but it's still at least that way you're at least put together a little bit. You don't have to put on makeup. I'm not wearing makeup right now. Um, I have been wearing makeup here for a little bit, but I think I might start just because I want to do something for myself. I'm going to go ahead and read the comments. Susie says, I moved into my husband's house and I'm slowly getting him to change and update very slowly. We've been married almost 4 years. Okay. Margaret says, Susie, mine was like that. I just got a new one, but had been doing them by hand for a year. So, my husband is slowly coming around again. Um, it's going to take a process, and you can't really change them. All you could do is change yourself, and you'll find they'll change along with you. So, um, let's see. We talked about dishes. We talked about getting dressed. Okay. So the bulk of your evening routine is going to that's what's actually going to go and set you up for success for the next day. So, um, I know after working, you're going to be tired. Totally understand. Something that's going to help those that work is finding the clothes you're going to wear tomorrow. Do that in the evening. I know you have those days. If you're a woman, I'm going to throw it out there. I don't know how guys are because I'm not one, but I know for women, um, there's days that you wake up and you're feeling like, man, I feel fat today, or I'm just not feeling it today. Well, if you pick out your clothes in the evening the night before, then that way you don't have a choice. It's already laid out. And you'll find that that might actually help you not have that not so fat feeling. Oh, Sharina, you wear uniforms. Well, if you're a nurse, that's cool too. So I wore a lot of scrubs when I worked because one, it's comfortable. Just no lie, it's comfortable. Um, but on the days that I didn't, I would go and still pick out my clothes. And that way, you're not wearing the same things over and over again. So I have maybe 12 scrub tops, maybe 12. I have four bottoms. I don't have many, but I have four scrub bottoms, and I'd say probably two that I feel, well, three that I feel comfortable in. So mixing and matching is so much easier when you're not asleep. Just throwing that out there. Um, the next the next habit that you can choose to adopt if you want to, my suggestion is that you at least try these. And if you find that it's not for you, then chuck it. But if it is and you do like it, then cool. Making the bed. So, again, completely your choice. I'm not your mom. I'm not going to tell you to do it. I would suggest you try it, but if you don't want to, that's cool. Making the bed. So, especially if you do work, coming home and seeing your bed that's made, it's going to make you feel a little bit better, a little bit more relaxed, like, wow, all right. I try to make my bed no muss, no fuss. So I have a sheet and a comforter, and legit, I pull them up to the pillows and I fold it over just a little bit. That's all. I did try the fancy pillows. It's too much just for me to take it down every single night. That's just not me. So finding out what works well for you is going to help. But that's why I kind of like the comforter or the quilt, just pulling it up and be done. But there's days that actually I just made my bed right before I came on here. So I didn't really I'm having a lazy day too. I have them. I'm not perfect, just trying to be happy about it. So yeah, I made my bed as soon as I came on, right before I came on here. What I find is these habits, and I like calling them more habits than routines, but once you have them as a habit, they become routine. Because routines are where you unconsciously think about, you don't think about doing it and you just do them. So normally, when my husband works, I'm the last out of bed. So when I get out of bed, I'm just going to quickly do the bed and get out. When I make my first cup of coffee, probably for me, the best time is to unload my dishwasher right then because I don't need to really think about it. Um, if I'm groggy, I'm just going to kind of snooze my way through it, if that makes sense. And that way it's not that big of a chore, but it sets up your whole day, especially if you have that sink nice and clean in the evening time. And my lips are dry. I'm sorry. So if your sink is clean at night and you empty out your dishwasher, instead of putting the dishes in the sink, then you can start to go and have your family put them in the dishwasher. If you're like me, they'll still put them in inside the sink. My family does. In fact, my husband this morning, he had a bowl of cereal, and what did he do? He left the bowl on the table next to where he sits. So you can't necessarily change anyone else a lot, but you can definitely make suggestions and see if they follow suit. And of course, I'm coming up with all these routines in my head, so I'm sorry if I'm missing some. Hotspots are another one. Now, if you work, I think that the hotspot might make more sense to do in the evening. If you have a very active family, then clearing off a hotspot in the morning and in the evening, that may work. But you don't need to spend all day on this. This is like 2 minutes, 2 minutes, and you can get a lot done in 2 minutes. So for me, my major hotspots are my kitchen island, the tables next to where we sit. Those are the big ones. So a hotspot is where you come in and you drop whatever you're holding and move on, or where stuff just accumulates. And it could also be your desk. So some of these principles that we do here in our home, if you work in a cubicle setting or in an office setting where you have your own desk, you can actually use some of these at work as well. So 2 minutes to go and clear those up is going to really start changing the look and feel of your home. These are just some very small routines that you can do to start making things a little bit better for you. Now, when it comes to the deep cleaning, that's something that we are going to be talking about, not next week, but the week after. That's where we're going to start actually getting into our homes, into our different rooms each week, and we're going to start doing some deep cleaning. What I do, so that I'm not doing everything on the weekends, is I'm going to set a certain amount of time each day and I'm going to do a little bit. So we're going to actually have a list of things that we're going to get accomplished for the whole week. Now, our previous way of thinking is I'm going to get all of this stuff, all of this stuff done on the weekend. Sorry, my brain just went, huh? So we're so used to getting ourselves into that extreme clean, that marathon clean, and getting down with a toothbrush and stuff. That's silly, right? But instead of waiting until it's all piled up, if we can take little chunks of this at a time, then slowly but surely you're going to find that your home is so much cleaner. The past 2 weeks, this week and last week, we have been decluttering three major areas of our home, the big ones. We've done the kitchen, we've done our master bathroom, and we also did a laundry room. And this next week, we're actually going to be tackling our clothes, and our master bedroom, our closet. So, what I found is you cannot clean clutter. Your house may be clean, it's probably cluttered. That's what mine was. It was cluttered. And with all the clutter, you can't actually see that your house is dirty. So, if you are not decluttering underneath your sink in the master bedroom, or if you are, just take a minute. Just stop for a minute. Everyone stopped. Take a look. Take a look around you. Do you see what I mean? Now, if you're in the bathroom and you've been with me this whole week, it's looking pretty good. But look out there into your master bedroom. I am not perfect. My master bedroom needs some stuff going on too. So that's what makes things look crazy. I'm gonna spin this sucker around. I wanna show you the office where I'm at, and I'm gonna try to remember something I wanna say here in a minute. Hold on. I wanna show you how unperfect I am. Everything looks great from this angle, don't it? Ready? Haha! That is not perfect. Okay, so let me put you down nice and gently. Okay, so I want to talk about that for a minute as well, since I'm remembering, and I'm sorry, I'm everywhere. Hopefully, I don't mind. Um, YouTube, Instagram, um, a lot of what you see is what they want you to see, like this. I wanted you to see, for now, a blank wall. Yeah, I'm in the closet. You could see that there, but I didn't want you to see that. So I'm not going to show you that. And it's very much the same when it comes to some of the folks on YouTube or Instagram or those pictures you may see in magazines. What you don't see behind that is one, you're going to see a camera. Okay, well, I'll have a camera too, but you're not going to see the huge lights that they have. I have lights too. I will take you around that tour when it's done. Um, you're not going to see the lights. You're not going to see the reflectors that someone's holding to make sure that the light is shining just so perfectly on those apples, so it has a nice little sheen on them. You're not gonna see all this stuff. And if they want to show you only their and I'm thinking about one YouTuber in particular, not throwing out names. Um, but I see her standing in front of her dining room, and that's how she's talks to the camera like constantly. So we only see this dining room. We never see the rest of her house. So it makes you wonder, what are you hiding behind the camera? So I don't want you to think, um, I don't want you to think that um, I don't want you to think that you are alone. And we do this in our everyday lives too, don't we? So one of the places that we will make sure is presentable is our living room. Because if anyone's going to come in our house, they're going to see the living room, but they're not going to see the hot mess that may be upstairs or living inside that master bedroom. So you do it too, but that's okay. All right, I'm going to come here inside of the comments. And I'm getting warm again. I get red when I get warm too. I think my bed made is exactly same as shiny sink and how it makes me feel, and it's like a good starting point. Margaret, excellent point. Um, every room is going to have a shiny sink, so to speak. That that one that one thing that is going to and I'm doing this. I don't know why. Because it's going to that clean is going to radiate out. So absolutely, and that's what the shiny sink does for your kitchen. Sharina says, I've been thinking about doing some of this at work. My area is a contained mess. And funny enough, Sharina, you probably know where everything is. Well, the important things. So you probably know where all that stuff is. Everyone else would see it's a hot mess. I'm like that. I was like that at work. I like little toys. I like fidgety things. And so yeah, my desk was the messiest, but it was contained. Doing little tasks is better. Absolutely, Maria. I'm so sorry, guys. So unprofessional of me. So yeah, do you remember in school how you may have had that one term paper that you had to write? It was maybe 5 to 6 pages, and your teacher brought you through the whole process of think about what you're going to write. Let's do some research on what you're going to write. Write down your quotes and your references. Now we're going to start building our introduction. Now we're going to start doing the body of our paper. Now we're going to do our conclusion. Now we're going to do our bibliography or our references page. So what they did is they took this huge project and they broke it down into little steps. So question doesn't require an answer because I don't know if you're going to have one. When did we stop doing that? When did we stop doing that? Was it because someone didn't tell us to do it? That's what I think. I don't know. I might be wrong. Margaret says, Maria says that she's looking forward to decluttering the clothes. Margaret says, my bedroom is the worst area in my house for clutter, so I really need this. I'm going to feel a whole lot better when it's done. Margaret, Maria, I got you, boo. It's going to be next week. Susie says, excellent point mate. My office studio looks the same. Yeah. So it's crazy. So I will tell you, as someone on this side of the computer, you guys just would not understand how crazy it looks. That's why I like to go in and share with you what it looks like for me, because it's crazy. It really is. Just to see what goes on behind the scenes is wild. Know this, the dining room without clutter, but all bedrooms cluttered. Yeah, Maria, exactly. So what you want people to see, your stage is going to be, to the best of your ability, it's going to be clean because you don't want everyone to see the hot mess that's behind it. My bedroom is a mess, the bed and the floor. Yep. Yep. So how are we feeling? How are your bathroom sinks coming? I need to take a minute and have some tea. Thank you for those that have hit the like button. That really, really helps me. It tells YouTube that you do like the videos. So thank you so much. I do appreciate that. And Susie, thank you for coming in. I appreciate that. I know where you're from, so thank you. All right. Oh, man, it is getting warm. My daughter's here. You good?
Never.
Okay. Well, I read. We'll talk about it.
Right.
Okay. So let's see. When it comes to decluttering, you'll also see videos where people are decluttering for those marathon things. Or do you guys remember that show that was on, I think, TLC? It was called Hoarders. I feel like a hoarder, but you'll see that people will go in and they will separate all of their house into keep, throwaway, giveaway, and they'll come through and they'll do the whole house. Well, I will tell you again, as someone that does video, there's like 50 people there. There's a bunch of people there that are just clearing that out. It is not just those 3 or 4 people that are there that you see on camera. So thank you, Susie. So we can get very overwhelmed, especially once we start seeing huge piles of things that we need to go through. No, I'm going to speak for myself. I'm gonna speak for myself. I get overwhelmed. This room behind me is overwhelming to me right now. It is. It is. We were going to put together my desk, and it actually took me a lot to put it up because I've had the desk now for about a week and a half or so. Hi, Michelle. So, yeah, my desk. I really tried to figure out what I wanted to do because I wanted to figure out what I wanted you guys to see. Since we're all talking about what's behind the camera. So I really tried to figure out what I wanted you guys to see. Now that I have that in my head, now I need to pull it together. Maria says, perhaps we do office room together one time. Maybe, maybe. I think we can do that. I'd appreciate that. We may have to wait to do it though, because it would technically be in this zone. So by the way, if you guys have not subscribed and you've enjoyed what we've done so far, please consider subscribing. Getting really excited. Our community is growing even more now. So yay! Um, okay, so it took me a minute to figure out where I wanted the desk. I know where the desk is going to go. So now it is actually building the desk. And all that stuff that you guys saw is all going to come out, of this room, which is why when we've gone through our decluttering process, the steps I've given you, they're the steps that I do myself. I'm going to take one, I'm going to do it in small chunks, but two, I'm going to take everything out of where it is and lay it all out. So, Michelle, who said, oh my God, I watch hoarders while cleaning, decluttering because it makes my house feel doable. This is, hey, Shar. Hey. So the reason why I pull everything out of where it is for the same reason that you watch hoarders. If I can take it out of its little space, then it doesn't look as bad, but I can easily see, what is this crap? Why do I have this? Why have I not thrown this away? So, that's why I take stuff out of where it is, go through it, figure out what I'm going to keep, what I'm not, only put away the keep. Then I have a pile that I'm going to do something with. So, yeah, that's how you're going to declutter your home. And I know we've talked before about zones. So I guess now's a good time to talk about zones. I also, in case you are just now finding me for the first time, down below in the pinned comment, I have we're actually in a series now where I'm taking you through the whole process from starting to create those daily habits to the decluttering, and soon we'll also be going through the deep cleaning. But that link is down below to that playlist if you want to start from the beginning. So zones. What we're going to do is we've broken up our house into several different zones, and we work on one zone per week. So that means that your house is getting that declutter deep clean. I do this a lot, sorry. But that way you're going to go and get that every week. But that maintenance stuff that we're doing is going to keep it so that it is clean. And I forgot to mention a weekly home blessing, but you do learn about that down there inside of the playlist down below. So our zone cleaning. Our first zone is basically all your entryways in and out of your home, and you usually want to include your dining room in that as well. Now there was in one of the Facebook groups, there was a question where someone had said, I have a large house, and so it just seems like it's going to be too much to do, where I'm not really getting a lot of cleaning going on because I just have this huge house. How do I get it all done? You're doing it with these zones. So the second zone is our kitchen, and these are the zones that I've built. You are more than welcome to modify these or change these for your own, but I've modified them so that you can pare them down as well. Let's see, 2 is the kitchen. Zone 3, we're in zone 3, guys. So zone 3 are all your bathrooms, not the master bathroom, actually. The master bathroom belongs in zone 4. But for decluttering, our bathroom is, our master bathroom is where all the clutter is. So it only made sense. So, zone 4 is going to be your master bathroom, your closet, and your master bedroom. And then zone 5 is your living room. For me, I'm using my living room and my family room. And that's where you're going to get the real deep cleaning. But on a weekly basis, which I also separate a lot of those tasks, you're doing a like a spit and shine on it, if that makes sense. We're not really going to spit around the house, but um, I can't think of a really good term for it, but you're doing a high level cleaning every week, but you're doing that deep clean on a monthly basis. And since this is a new house, I got from the manufacturer of this house all the things that we need to be doing on a yearly basis too. So on a yearly basis and a monthly basis. So I'm going to work those into our our zones as well. And I'm going to do that part of our zone cleaning. So if you're interested in what those are, then you definitely want to go and stick around for when we do our zone cleaning. That's going to be a whole month. We're going to take a whole month to do our deep cleaning, our zone cleaning. But if we do actually hit that zone and you haven't decluttered, you may want to declutter first. But that's how you can make sure you're not doing everything on the weekend, or you're not having to wait until you have an inspection or your mother or your mother-in-law coming. Story time. After I get some more tea. Remember how I said I have stories upon stories? Story time. So I was hanging out with my neighbor. We do this on like a nightly basis. I was hanging out with my neighbor, and we had so this street that I live on is basically it's one of the last streets to have houses built and sold. So we're getting new neighbors all the time. So there was a neighbor of mine who had just moved in, but we had kind of met each other over Facebook, and so we went down there to go in and actually say hi in person. Well, the three of us were talking, and we were talking about the differences in our homes. It's all by the same builder, but there's big differences in our homes. Not even just the layout, but the details. So I don't know what show was. So she, give it a second, it'll all come together. Okay. So she took us through her home, and like I said, there's like these little hey Brooke. So these little details, like a little cutout set into the wall, so you could put like a little plant there, and I don't have that. It was really really nice. And then her all of her doorways have arches, and I don't have that either. Neither does my neighbor. So that was interesting. And so she thought that all the houses had those. So we were like, no. And I don't know. I probably had too much to drink or something. And I'm like, hey, you want to go and see my house? No lie, right? All right, Michelle, it's okay. Catch up later. So I for whatever reason, I'm like, yeah, let's see the inside of my house. So the three ladies and their kids, right? They're all coming through my house. Now, can you imagine? Can you imagine that for just a minute? If I did if I was in that marathon extreme clean cycle that we were in, if I did that, what kind of a hot mess would that be? I would be so embarrassed. Well, probably not, because I would have been drunk, but can you imagine that? So, thankfully, I had already started this, um, I had already started this routine, building those routines and those habits that um, I was able just to let them come in. It's crazy. And so now that's sparking conversations where, well, how are you able to do this? And so that was a really nice feeling. And my husband was really, really shocked. He was outside too. Um, Actually, my daughter was upstairs in her room, and all of a sudden, I opened up the door. I said, "Dakota, we're coming in. Get some pants on." And teenagers in their room, they don't care. So I know you have pants on. Oh, you had pants on? Okay. Oh, that's right. She was lucky that she had pants on. So, but I opened the door and I'm like, Dakota, we're gonna have visitors. And here comes both my neighbors have, so one has a 12-year-old, and then they have a 2-year-old. And the other one, both their kids are like under 5. So we have all these kids in here. I got parents in here. I mean, it was just, but you know what? I felt so good. And I want you guys to have that too. I want you guys to have that as well. Um, and building these simple routines is definitely going to help you with that. So I'm gonna I'm gonna stop for a moment. Let's see what I'm missing. I'm missing the party here inside of the chat room. Um, and actually, Susie, if you, I see that you're still watching, I want to get with you. And I think as a realtor, I think it would be interesting to have a chat and possibly do a video on staging a home. But like, so I want to talk about that for 2 minutes, maybe. You know me, my 2 minutes are like 50. Um, Staging a home, when you're going through this buying process, and Susie can tell me if I'm wrong, um, but we went through a lot of model homes, and the model homes were perfect. Perfect. They were so perfect. And you always want to live in those homes, and they do that on purpose, guys. They make these things look so perfect, but they don't live there. If you open up the pantry, there's empty boxes. They're literally the shell of a box. They're empty containers, and they're not filled to the brim like anyone that actually lives in that house would be. They are empty containers, empty boxes, and there's maybe 5. That's it. That's it. If there are cabinets you open, there's not much there. There's maybe a full set. There's 4 plates, maybe 4 little salad plates, 4 bowls, and they just put it in the cabinets and they arrange it so it looks full, but it's not full. Yeah. Um, The beds are perfectly made, where you could bounce a quarter off of it. Yeah, this is not real life, guys. It's not. But I think we might be able to. Okay, awesome. I think there are some. I'm going to do some research so I can bring this information to you guys. How we can learn from perhaps a stager or something. What we can do to try to go and make our homes feel. Um, I don't want to say perfect. The word's trying to come out of my mouth. How we can make it look a little bit more like a staged home, if that makes sense. Um, yeah, not real life, but it does sell the homes faster. Absolutely, absolutely, it does. And that's the point of staging a home, is to make it look like, so you can envision yourself living there. Well, we live in our homes, but making our homes look like a bed and breakfast, as I know we've been talking about, we can meld that. We can have a bed and breakfast that people live in. What questions do you guys have? I'm so sorry. I just did like a whole bleh of the everything that was in my brain at the moment. I think I'm getting redder as this goes on. I'm gonna have to put on some makeup, guys, because I'm starting to look kind of rough. Looking kind of rough. Um, I'm trying to think. Yeah, the staging tips. Yeah, even just some staging tips would be pretty awesome. When to do the evening routine? Okay, Maria. So I'm going to give you that answer in two parts. So your evening routine. If you do not work out of the home. So if you do not work out of the home, then I would start some of that as you're making dinner. As you're making dinner. So when you cook, okay, I'm thinking about what we had last night. So all the stuff I'm telling you is from my last night cooking. So I made pork chops that I breaded myself. I used Ritz crackers. So I had a bowl. I had a broiler pan because I put them on the broiler pan. I made lemon buttered potatoes, so amazing. Made those. That was on a baking sheet that had tinfoil on it. We had, I think that's all I used for. Oh, and then I had my little Cuisinart thing. So that's what I used to make all my breadcrumbs. So these are the things that I use, and then my utensils to cook. So as I'm cooking, after I plated all the food, I started to rinse off my dishes and put them in my dishwasher. So you can start early. Your 2-minute hotspot. So when I only have one oven, so I had to make my potatoes first. While I was making my potatoes, I did start making the breadcrumbs. The potatoes came out, and then I put the pork chops in. Okay, so here we go. So when the pork chops went in, at that point, that's when you can do your 2-minute hotspot. But this is still during dinner. So, I mean, technically, you can do the evening routine, I guess, after work too, if you work outside the home. Um, I tend to start my evening routine when I make dinner. But the evening routine, I don't do that in one solid 15-minute chunk. I just do it as I do things. So I will quickly take a look at my planner to go and see if there's anything happening tomorrow. For you guys, I know I'm going to record. I'm going to sit down with you live. What are we going to be doing? What outfit have I maybe not worn? That's a thing, guys. It's a whole thing. Right now, this is a shirt. I'm wearing some really comfy shorts. It looks a hot mess, but that's what it is. So I'll think about what I'm going to wear for the next day. As everyone's getting done with dinner, I'm rinsing off, scrubbing off, whatever off, put it inside of the dishwasher. Now, I don't shine a sink, I don't clean the sink, I don't start the dishwasher until right before bed. Because shining the sink, it doesn't have to be a whole 15-minute thing. It's literally just quickly wiping it down, like scrubbing it out, rinsing it off, and drying it out. That's it. So I'll do that right before bed. Um, so yeah. Yeah. So guys, I know my daughter has a YouTube thing for herself here in about 15 minutes, so I need to go address that situation. And but I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me today. Definitely let me know what you think about this. I like doing this kind of a thing. Make sure, I didn't say this yesterday, make sure that if you did put your clothes inside the washer, make sure you change them over to your dryer, okay? Because they're probably done by now. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go, and I will see you all Monday. Um, I will see you all Monday. Don't forget, Lede. I know I put a link down in one of my other videos. She is doing her peaceful homekeeping on Sunday at 11 a.m. I will be there. I'm gonna try to be there. I think I'm gonna be there, but I'll be there right there with you. And Monday we're gonna be starting to tackle our clothes, so you don't want to miss that. So thanks, guys. I will see you all next week.